What's going on, guys? Maxwell here. So it is currently past midnight as I'm making this video. Um, Going to eat dinner in a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, what I'm gonna be eating is absolute crap, just because of the fact that I yeah I'm just I'm just making my I'm just learning as I go. That's what I want to summarize it. I have a bunch of unhealthy Applebee's right here. Not gonna, not gonna be proud of it, but I'm saying that as a whole to just to tell you guys that this is where I'm at in the journey. I'm making the sacrifice by eating crappy food to push forward to, learn as I go. But that all aside, I wanted to discuss this whole video talking about how you need to undergo stress in order for your mind to just excel in your inner clarity. Meaning, the more stress that you make yourself undergo, the more that your mind will have to force itself to adapt, so that your mind will your thought processing, the way that you think about what you're going through, the quicker that it will have to think on its feet. Like, say for example, you have people who are in the military, say Navy SEALs for example, and I'm going to honestly just be pretty vague with this example, just but using that as like a specific. But people who are in the military, Navy SEAL, they're under constant stress of being attacked, of having to defend themselves, of having to just be aware of their surroundings. And because of that stress, they basically, they're forced to create this inner clarity by doing this breathing exercise. I forgot specifically what the breathing exercise was, but they have to perform this breathing exercise because there's no way that the stress is going to just disappear, that just they're constantly in this stressful situation. But because of this breathing exercise, they're still able to maintain this clarity to move forward with just their environment, with where they're at. And so there's this misconception a lot of the time where and I've gone through this myself, and this is something that like I used to have this mindset, and I can't recall the last time, like, this video is probably not the first time that I've had this realization. I'm just contextualizing it for you guys. But I've had this mindset in the past where I thought, oh man, I just want things to be easy. If things are just hunky-dory and it's, there's no pressure, then I'm going to think clearly. But I've slowly learned that, idle time is the devil's workshop. Really, the more time that you do have, at the end of the day, the less clearly you will think, because when you are having so much free time, you're going to be chasing pleasure. You're going to be chasing the next dopamine high. You're going to be thinking about, oh, what is the next thing I can do within this vast pocket of free time I have to maximize my pleasure. And so when people are having, the general person's, who has free time, they're not going to be thinking, oh man, why don't I use all this free time to maximize my potential? No, they're not going to be using it for that. But by potential, I mean maximize my mental capacity for, my future success, the success that God wants me to have. Nobody's going to be thinking that. They're going to be thinking, hey, how much pleasure, how much dopamine could I chase? How much, How much food can I eat? How much porn can I watch? How much weed can I smoke? Just maximizing pleasure for those who are in the world and who just want to indulge in their vices. No, people who have a lot of free time and they have nothing going on, they're going to use that time to on very unproductive pursuits. And so really, the more stress that you undergo, the more that your mind is going to have to fight to figure out um, just how to find that sense of clarity within the stress. And so, really, yes, and of course, people could say, oh, when somebody's under stress, that, the people, most people are going to be more inclined to retreat to their vices under stress. But at the same time, stress is that fork in the road where you get to choose, okay, do I want to use this time, do I want to use this stressful situation as a way to just escape to my vices, or do I want to use the stressful situation as a way for me, excuse me, as a test to slow down, to figure out what is important to me within this confusion. Like, stress, there is that you have that time in between to think about what you want to do, because your mind is searching for that clarity. Whereas when you are under no stress at all, you're just going with the flow, and you are just, you're have honestly just so much lack of a second thought when you're just at so much ease and on autopilot, that you're not thinking twice about, what you're going to do. You're just doing it for the sake of feeling the pleasure of just being so at ease. And so I feel like that is another topic I want to soon, at some point, I don't know how soon, but discuss in regards to how to maintain clarity within just a relaxed period in your life, because we grow the most when we are under the most stress, whereas when we're in a more relaxed state, when life is easy, it's way easier to go into pleasure seeking, more so unhealthy activities. At some point I'm going to discuss about how to get that fire to go back to the stressful situation when the stressful period, when we're in too much comfort. But this topic about using stress to your advantage has been something that I've wrestled with for years, because like anybody, the moment that we are under stress, we're just in this fight or flight, like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be experiencing this. I this needs to go away. This needs to go away. But your mindset about stress changes when your desire to complete a deeper purpose is so strong that you've come face to face with the realization that this stress is going to be consistent, if not constant. So you're going to have to adapt to it as much as you possibly can, as consistently as you possibly can, because those who really are just like, man, I don't know what I want to do with my life, of course are going to have the mindset of, oh, I why don't I just escape? I don't want to deal with the stress. And some people are perfectly fine with just escaping and just kind of coasting through life, and let them be that. If that's fulfilling to them, then that's that. But for those who want to master the, I guess, more so art of persevering through stress. You're those driven people, they're gonna have to consistently be in this, master the fight or flight response of stress, and be at this peace, at this sense of calm, because this stress is constant. So yeah, just wanted to, I have no idea how, oh my gosh, this is 10 minutes, so like not super long, but longer than I expected it to be. I'm just really working on making what I say more succinct, because I know I get pretty verbose, but I think the reason why I get so enraptured in how I describe my topics is because the words that you say to yourself are so powerful, and the choice of one word versus the other can transform how you see something. And so really, when it comes with stress and using it to your success, like it's for your stress is how you master your clarity of mind. And it takes so much perseverance and patience, but it is so worth it in terms of the clarity that you have about your future, the clarity you have about your identity, about what you want to pursue, and the framework of the step of kind of evaluating the paths of, oh, should I take this path? Should I take this path? When you are under an intense amount of stress, or when you're under stress at such a frequent rate, and you practice just breathing to clarify your internal dialogue about everything that you want, everything that you're thinking about, everything that the stress is manifesting itself with, the quicker that you will have clarity about all the decisions your mind is stressing out about. Because when you're at peace, you're just, your mind is not tested to master something difficult, because there's no obstacle in its way. But the more stressed that you are, the more that your mind will just accelerate in its executive functioning. And especially maybe there's me, with my whole ADHD journey, and like stress is really just a superpower at the end of the day. This applies to anybody, because when you're coasting, you just take your sweet old time. But when you're stressed, boom, new idea, more growth, next step, and then you just, the trajectory of your life, just the progress you make, the trajectory just gets quicker and quicker. So yeah, I love you guys. God bless you all, for those who watched it all the way to the end. Slightly longer than I expected, but this was necessary to get out, because I want to make this, I really believe that our thoughts, these realizations, are so powerful, and I don't want them to go to waste. So love you guys. Have a great night, and stay the course.